Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the absolute state of the VTubing scene. It's not just a bunch of virtue signaling and cancellation campaigns that we've been looking at the last couple of days, but we're also going to be looking at hypocrisy. Absolute hypocrisy, not just delusions and fan fictions being written about people like myself from those who don't like me. We're going to see some true hypocrisy. Now, for some context, before we get into this, yesterday I talked about this situation involving Denims, the infamous Hassan Orbiter, who accused the streamer Emiru of being a racist chud. Now, why is Emiru a racist chud? Well, according to Denims, that's because she did not want to speak on current political issues. That's it. You're now a racist chud for saying streamers are not the best source for your political opinions. Crazy stuff, but we're seeing this sort of attitude in the VTubing scene. The VTubing scene is extremely woke. We all know this, but I'm seeing so many posts that are just insane. Like this one right here saying, I unfollowed and removed people now after I've seen that they're following Asmongold, Rev, Straw. You come into my home. You get my wife's name right. Now, before this person's like, oh my god, Rev is crashing out. That's a reference to the movie The Other Guys. Relax. Am I allowed to have fun? Are people like me allowed to have jokes and references? I hope so. But they're referring to Asmongold, myself, and my wife, Straub, as well as Powder, and a bunch of other high problematic people. And they say, what the frick is wrong with you? People like you don't belong in my space. Now, the narcissism and the main character syndrome here is insane. What space are we talking about? This VTuber, and I'm not shaming someone for being small, but you have less than 200 followers, and you're trying to say people who simply follow problematic people like me are not allowed in your community. That's very interesting. Very self-important, but the replies on this are interesting. Also, this image, it's a GIF that says F-Ice. Obviously, playing this with, an F-bomb popping up every 2 seconds on YouTube is not a good thing. But anyways, you get the point. They, in very stunning and brave fashion, locked the replies, but here's some of their supporters saying stuff like this. There's only 2 places I like powder. Confectionaries, as fresh snow in the winter. I like my straws in my drinks ice-free. I only rev engines, both literally and figuratively. And the gold market will eventually collapse as other precious metals become more relevant. Amazing post. Totally not deranged. Amazing post. Honestly, good on you, bestie. Super proud. I'm blocked by everyone involved in this situation, by the way. Just say you support illegals, game ending, and assaulting children and women. Here's the OP's response. You know what? F you. Great conversation. A lot of positive things were resulting from this dialogue here, this open dialogue. Reading different opinions is how you make the most informed and rational decisions. Surrounding yourself with nothing but your own opinions is how you radicalize yourself to those opinions. And yap, slander, and some more yapping. Amazing stuff. Here is another post from another VTuber saying, respectfully, if anyone here supports ICE and what they're doing, please kindly unfollow, block, mute me, whatever. It's a shame creators would rather be silent because viewers are what bring in majority of income. Do not stay silent. Stand up for those who can't. F ICE. Stunning and brave. Now, it's interesting because they start off by saying, if you support ICE, you're bad. But then in the next sentence, they say, if you're silent, you're also bad. So basically, if you don't come out and say F ice, you're bad, according to individuals like this. Amazing stuff. And of course, point out in the replies here, here's a good example of this sort of idea and this sort of tolerance that's being shared in various communities, where this black law enforcement agent was called a house N-word with the hard R for simply being law enforcement. Interesting. Very interesting and tolerant stuff. But did you guys know the Black VTuber Awards are here? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the VTubing scene is really including everyone with the race-based VTuber Awards. You can see this is a big deal. The Onyx Awards. Now, some of the people featured are a bit problematic, as pointed out by Savvy here. One of the main names featured in these awards that are being promoted here said this about Kirsha. So much Kirsha hate has been in my timeline recently. And to that I say, keep it going, guys. I love to see those racist, Nazi, Mayo Moon crickets get dragged to filth. Wow. That's not just racism. That's advanced racism. Like, these terms, a Mayo Moon cricket, that's crazy, crazy work. Ironically enough, this person lost their sponsorship with Advanced as a result of that. But that's obviously a very touchy subject at the moment. But in response to people pointing that out, the Onyx Awards has removed all mentions of this VTuber. I wonder why. Stunning and brave as per usual. Now let's move on to the next person. This Kaio individual who has been attacking me and my wife for years. This guy is a very miserable individual. And they came out attacking people like Emiru, okay? Saying approaching your 30s and not knowing anything about politics when you're living in the country currently being affected by current events involving ICE is embarrassing. And if you pretend to not have a political stance so you don't lose your racist viewer base, that's even more embarrassing. Now, of course, this guy spouting about racism and all this, well, he's a racist. An unapologetic racist, by the way, who said you can't be racist towards white people, but of course, someone like you would know that. Now, I'll ask this very educated individual, where in the definition of racism does it have an exception for white people? Of course, this is a rhetorical question. It's not there, but of course, this person will say the dictionary is wrong. Stunning and brave stuff. Now, of course, Kaio, with the facts and logic, would respond to me by saying, you support ICE, you dumb F. LMAO. Now, I would respond by saying, you're still a racist, and go ahead and post a single piece of evidence that I support ICE. You're a liar and a racist. Now, of course, I don't care if you think I support ICE or not. The point being, this person says I support ICE. Show me where. Again, I'm not afraid if you think I do or not. But you're making a claim, show me proof. They can't do that. They say you were just crying like a baby bitch a few weeks ago. Hope you find a new crap energy drink company to sponsor you. Which is very interesting. This person's crapping on Advanced. Like, I am disappointed in the outcome of the whole Advanced situation. Them dropping me as a sponsor. Never called their product anything but good. And I'm curious why you have an opinion about the quality of their product. Have you tried it? I don't know. But also, he says, hope you find a new energy drink company. Can't say anything yet. Can't say anything right now, but like, this guy's going to be seething. And maybe I'll shoot him a DM when it goes live. I'll let him know. But as they say, when one door closes, many others open. So if you're mad right now, if you're taking this victory lap, I hope you enjoy it, because the victory lap is going to turn into a seething cycle for people like you very soon. But I appreciate you wishing me luck finding new sponsors. I really do appreciate that. But I respond by saying, didn't answer my question, racist. Also, who between us has posted slurs? Not me. It's you. And here's this Kaio individual. Over the past, 2 weeks, dropping a bundle of stick slurs multiple times. Here's the thing. This guy, let's pause for a second. This guy has zero actual criticism of me whatsoever. He's an unapologetic racist and drops slurs routinely. My goodness. This is who people like him think I am. This is what I'm accused of being. I'm accused of being the unapologetic racist who's saying slurs 24/7. This is the progressive people. Do you not understand how ironic this whole thing is? And this guy, I think he knows the point I was making with this entire thread and everything related to it. A person like this is literally acting the way they think I do, but they have no proof to show I actually act like this. It's crazy. It's crazy, the irony here. And also notice that this guy's getting ratioed in all the replies by me. He also later goes on to basically say, if you're getting ratioed, that means you're wrong. Well, I guess you're wrong over and over again. And he says this: there's a huge difference between a queer man using a queer slur and a non-queer man using it. Here's the problem, Kaio. I'm not using any slurs. You are. And the fact that you think because you're a gay man, an openly gay man, makes it okay? Dude, if there was a conservative gay man using bundle of sticks, you would be calling him a bigot. 100%. It's a rhetorical question. We all know what you would do. It's so disingenuous. But of course, he continues on saying, you show your bigotry in other ways and use your faith to make yourself seem like a good person. Massive projection, by the way. And of course, I ask, show me the other ways. The other ways I'm a bigot. Again, the only one using racist and bigoted terms is you, bro. This is pathetic. Now, Kaio would go silent. Because, of course, they were asked for proof to back up the claims they're making. The bigotry in other ways. That's very interesting. I've never heard that before. Congratulations. You have kept people like me surprised. Just when I thought I've seen it all. I see something new. But here's an idea of the type of people who are trying to defend this complete and utter hypocrisy. Responding to me, this person says, you routinely make content for racist losers who go on the attack or go on to attack the people you quote and put in your video. And I asked this person, who said slurs, me or Kaio? And of course, they reply by saying, you make content for the people who say slurs and don't make any move to stop them. What does this person think someone like me has to do? Do I have to jump on people's keyboards to stop them from saying something? What would happen if someone is saying slurs in the replies of someone like Kaio? Does that make them accountable for what other people are saying? That's totally ridiculous, obviously. But of course, this person is saying I make content for those who say slurs. Who's saying slurs? Kaio. You don't care if that guy's saying slurs because he's progressive. Amazing stuff. The hypocrisy is insane. And of course, I point this out saying, let me get this straight. Me and my wife are being labeled as racist and homophobes, deserving of deplatforming by the VTubing scene with zero evidence. But this guy who has publicly admitted to being a racist and routinely says slurs is considered progressive. Make it make sense. And then he quotes that saying, he's so mad he got ratioed that he had to make another post about me. Dude, you're stalking my page. And also, again, did you not bot this one? I don't understand. Going back to the original thread we were talking about, this guy had 5,500 likes and not a single reply agreed with him. Again, likes on Twitter doesn't make you right. In fact, I like seeing a large volume of likes with no support. It's very unnatural, and just shows people like this, they thrive on Twitter likes. They think validation comes from likes on Twitter. It's ridiculous. But anyways, guys, that's the glimpse into the current status of the VTubing scene. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, again, as always, guys, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.